taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sun Devils are in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's think a second about Arizona State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And he's snowed under. And he's knocked down.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game. It's
a seam wide open. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Powers through the defender. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies. Lining up for the point after and the lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Levin. Finds a tight end. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Udo. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. The play action fake. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Wants to throw again. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Using his legs, it's Udo. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. Breaks into the open. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Handoff from the gun. Got room to work. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got a man. It's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Hard running there.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Back to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. That's caught. It's Green. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Washington. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on! He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Washington sends out the punt team. And they'll just down it right there. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with a foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program.
Oh, he's got some, continues to fight for yards. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way than offensively.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to...
Touchdown, Husky! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. They've got the screen set up. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
That's caught. It's Harris.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws.
There he goes. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Looking for space. It's Udo. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the running back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
He'll keep it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Open and runs through another guy. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And listen, the defense has made it a priority to try to rip the football free. You saw them that time really trying to go for that turnover, but nice job breaking tackles, really good ball security by the running back.
The give to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! Great job by the back on the option.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Quick strike complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
To the air, it's Levitt. Buys a little time. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Going to sling it on second down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Washington. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Defense in press coverage. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Caught behind the line. It's Udo. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Let's see what they do on third down.
Let's go.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Takes it the other way. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Huskies.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Trying play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.